Just about the perfect day. 395 for 6 on the board for Somerset and 124 for yourself. It couldn't have gone much better.
Yeah, obviously a good day. Winning the toss and batting first. I guess there's always that pressure to make it count, and obviously you've got to try and win that first session and give yourselves a chance. And obviously we got in a pretty good position, and then later on I think the way Rui's played at the end, with complete freedom, has put us in a great position. As 3-9-5-6 at the end of the day, sort of we're very happy with that.
What's the verdict on the pitch? It looked in mid-afternoon as if it was just beginning to take a bit of spin.
Yeah, it's obviously a used wicket. I think if you bowl well, there is a little bit of spin. And to be honest, even when the ball was a little bit older, it's and also when you're starting, I think against spin, it can be tricky. It can be difficult to score, and obviously everything gets heightened a little bit. But I certainly think if you apply yourself, you can score runs out there, of course. And it's also having a game plan to sort of combat the spin. And yeah, we established partnerships, which is always important, and I think we made the most of those today.
Your first game back in the county championship this season was up at Chesterley Street, where you made 0 and 4. Since then, you haven't looked back. Are you in the form of your life?
Well, I mean, there was still a few mental demons kicking about after the reverse fixture against Durham, but yeah, I mean, obviously batting's a funny thing, because you go through waves of feeling good about your game, and then there's times when you don't necessarily feel great, and ultimately it's when you're out in the middle, you're just trying to sort of get stuck in. And I think obviously coming in this morning, it was just a case of trying to establish partnerships and try and fight through that first period, and inevitably you always find a bit of rhythm at some point in your innings. So yeah, it was just a case of trying to sort of ride the phases. And yeah, look, obviously I'm sort of happy with the scores I've got. But as I say, it's batting's funny. You're never far away from a couple of bad scores, and obviously enjoying it while it lasts. But yeah, very aware how the game goes.
It was a Chancellor's 124, and you hardly played a full shot. Have you ever played a more controlled century than that?
It's hard to sort of compare different innings, but I'm pretty happy with today. Obviously, I think it was a very good pitch to bat on, and obviously the balls didn't sort of do a huge amount. They got it reversing at one point, and obviously yeah, there was a bit of spin there that you sort of had to find your way against. But it was a pretty good wicket to bat on, and obviously pretty quick scoring ground. So I would say there's other innings that I'm probably more proud of, but that doesn't make it any less satisfying and special.
Word about Archie Vaughan on debut?
Yeah, hugely impressive. I mean, all summer, to be honest, I think we've seen, and he even started in pre-season. He's a serious player already. Great temperament, great guy around in the dressing room as well, which is important. But I think we lost a couple of wickets quickly just before tea, and I think for him and Rui to sort of rebuild and score, when it wasn't easy batting as they did, I think huge testament to Vaughan. I think he should be very happy, very proud with that start, because it wasn't easy. They're a quality team, and I don't think they were easy circumstances to bat in. So yeah, exciting, and obviously hopefully he'll have a role with the ball over the next few days. But the future's certainly bright, with a few of our young players, and Vaughan is certainly one of those.
And looking towards the next 3 days, presumably the aim tomorrow, maximum batting points, and then bowl Durham out. Will it be the seamers or the spinners who offer the bigger threat, do you think?
Well, look, we've got a quality seam attack, and they're certainly going to have their role to play, and there's no reason why they can't. If you bowl well, there's no reason why you can't have an impact with a ball. But again, it's sort of there's phases through the day where you have to adapt and react, and there'll be times where we're going to have to work really hard for our wickets. But I think hopefully we can put a good score on the board tomorrow, and then obviously that will apply pressure in itself. But we try not to take anything for granted and sort of read too much into what's happened today or anything. Ultimately, we're just going to try and deliver our skill as best we can with the ball. Hopefully we can put them under as much pressure as we can, and we certainly feel we've got the quality and the attack to cause them some problems over the next few days.